slow death, in which I've mentioned countless times on this program. And some of you are saying, stop ripping the big dog. Stop ripping, stop shooting at eagles. And I get you're saying this is the worldwide leader in sports and everything. Do they have great talent there? Of course they do. From Howard Bryant to Jamel Hill to Michael Smith to Bill Plaschke to Kevin Blackistone to Tony Reali, and I can go on and on and on about the great personalities on the network. And the great journalism that they have. Bob Lee. People like that. Okay? People like that. Mark Jones. Mike Tirico. People with ethics in the business. And then you have Bayless resorting to buffoonery. I mean, Bayless's actions... Let's remember, let me tell you something about Skip Bayless real quick. Skip Bayless, in my opinion, is one of the most talented people in this business. I just said that. You're thinking, what? Skip Bayless is one of the most talented, not is anymore, was one of the most talented people in this business. He was a Grantland Rice Scholar out of Vanderbilt University. Some of you might not know what the Grantland Rice Scholarship is. Some of you are wondering, well, why is Bill Simmons' show is called Grantland? Grantland Rice is a pioneer of sports media, and that's why Bill Simmons calls his kind of entity as Grantland. And so that's kind of a little side note there. But basically, Skip gets this scholarship from Vanderbilt. Very talented sports writer, great journalist. I mean, commentaries, premium content from Skip Bayless out of Vanderbilt University. Grantland Rice Scholarship, great guy. Everything about Skip is just incredible. Talent all across the board. He's got it all. So Bayless, born in Oklahoma City, and his great career in sports writing. He worked at the San Jose Mercury News. He worked at the Chicago Tribune covering Jordan and the Bulls in the 90s. He covered the SMU case with the Dallas Times-Herald and the Dallas Morning News. LA Times, he was covering the Lakers, Clippers, big teams, the Miami Herald. He was talking about all different types of sports, and then, such a great career, right, with Bayless. Just great career, everything. And Bayless now, he gets the job at ESPN, Cold Pizza. It was originally called Cold Pizza. 2004 was the first show of Cold Pizza. I think I remember the show. I don't remember seeing the show live, but I had recorded it or something, or seen it on YouTube. You can go check it, the first episode of Cold Pizza. And Skip Bayless, really nice guy. He was debating Woody Page on, Cold Pizza, and it was really good. Morning sports show. It was great. Bayless started to get more popular. Bayless started to become more controversial, something that most of us had never seen. Start to call players certain names. Really weird, out of the ordinary. Bayless, talks about, he name calls him, and then it goes on and on. He, race baiting at times. He called Chris Bosh Spice. He's name called players. He's done so many inappropriate things on the air. He's made claims that Tim Tebow is persecuted by religion and all this nonsense. And some of you are saying, well, maybe you don't like Skip Bayless because of his opinion about LeBron James and how he's very critical of LeBron James. And let me tell you this about any journalist and just this business in general. Those of you listening to some of my NBA shows, some of my NFL shows, predictions and everything, I don't ever lose sleep on a prediction. I don't care if I'm wrong on a prediction. Nobody should ever in this business. That is like when I want to, in the future and even now, I don't care if my prediction is wrong. That's okay. There's one thing, though, that I hold dearly. You can say whatever you want about me. You could probably hate all my commentaries. You can hate all my shows. You can say, who is this guy? He has no clue what he's talking about on the air. One thing I want is for you to like about me is ethics and you respect me. That's all I want. That's all I want, okay? And Bayless sold out on the business, in my opinion. And it's harsh, it's true though. He saw money, and just like the other examples I mentioned, from the athletes taking steroids, from the NCAA scandal of the North Carolina paper classes, when people see an opportunity and they see quick money fast, they see this quick opportunity, they go for it. And they don't mind, they don't mind even selling their own credibility because of the money. And sometimes I look at Bayless and I wonder what his intentions really were. Because if he was so great at what he did, and he had so much integrity, was he just trying to put himself in a position where he could get a lot of money and just become a shock jock? Because Bayless has set the wrong blueprint for people trying to enter into the business. Because what First Take does, and I love the format of debate, I really do. I think sports debate is beautiful, but it has to be done in the correct manner. They have abused the platform, and they have abused this beautiful outlet to talk about sports in a journalistic manner. And they've resorted to name-calling and inappropriate acts. And people entering into the business see that they get big ratings, so they want to copy that. Which to me will create a huge black hole in sports journalism, which has already been created. This huge black hole with sports journalism. We have so much name calling now. We blame athletes way too much. It's never about the team losing the game. It's about individuals now, more than ever before. I mean, who's to blame for losing? That's what we always say. So many of these sports writers and commentators, they'll say, Tony Romo lost the football game, not the Dallas Cowboys. Or Tom Brady lost the football game, not the New England Patriots. So, that is the big issue that I have with Bayless and his actions and everything that has happened with First Take. It has ruined the art of sports media and sports communication and the bridge between the fan and the game. We've made the fans believe, and the people trying to get into this business, that it's okay to resort to name calling. It's okay to resort to race baiting. It's okay to call people gay on the air, which Bayless has done. I mean, Bayless called Troy Aikman gay in his book without any evidence whatsoever of Troy Aikman being a homosexual whatsoever. So, I mean, Bayless had absolutely zero evidence. People forget about this when he wrote about the Cowboys championships in the 90s. He wrote a book and he talked about how Troy Aikman, he basically said that Troy Aikman is, gay, and that, people didn't like him because of being gay, and it was further from the truth. And you can even go check out YouTube videos of Troy Aikman talking about Skip Bayless, and Troy says that if he saw Skip Bayless, he would want to go fight him. And that's what Bayless does. He found this niche, this quick way of getting money, forgot all about his credibility, and said, you know what? It's easy work. It doesn't take intellectual work to name call people. It really doesn't. People like Bob Costas, they make more money than Skip Bayless. You know how much Bob Costas makes? Tens of millions. He makes like $10 million a year. because he thinks of premium content. He sits and evaluates every word he says, every word that a person like Bob Costa says or a Jim Nantz says. Every word has weight to it. Or like an Al Michaels, every word they say has weight to it. People like Bayless or Shock Jocks, they don't have any weight to what they say. No credibility, no facts, no true substance. It's just all name-calling, all for the purpose of ratings. And that's what I just hope the business will get away from. I hope the business just gets away from that, and we talk about facts, and we share opinions in a ethical manner. I've used the word ethical a lot today. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I mean, it's a good thing to use that word, but using it a lot, I don't know. Alright. Last topic I wanted to talk about. Or no, I do have one more topic I believe I didn't reach to. I'll touch on it a little bit. No. I actually don't have enough time to do that. I'm going to just go to this one more topic, and then we'll head out. Actually, I was going to have 3 more topics. I'll have 2. My bad, excuse me. Huge on-air radio fight happened. It was a week ago. 6 days ago. Huge on-air radio fight. 2 guys wanted to punch each other. Doug Franz and Ron Wolfe. 98.7 FM, Arizona Sports Radio. Co-hosts Doug Franz and Ron Wolfe. Wolfe is a former NFL running back. He co-hosts the show with Doug. Doug Franz, he's the color commentator for the Arizona Cardinals radio network. So both, on the station. And they're talking about the Oakland Raiders. And the Raiders and the historic significance of the Oakland Raiders. So let me read the transcript. Okay. Franz. Oh, here, let me start from where it really got intense. Okay. Obviously, this is what Wolf Lee had to say first. Obviously, the conversation is over your head, and I apologize to you. I didn't mean to expose that. By the way, 42 tweets now, because Franz had talked about how many Raiders fans, the younger generation, and Franz was polling Twitter users. So then this is what Franz had to say. By the way, nothing is over my head that you say. Nothing. Franz says, as Aaron Rodgers would say, relax. Wolfley, you know what, Doug? Shut up. Franz, no, don't ever tell me to shut up. Wolfley, shut up. Franz, you're not man enough to tell me to shut up. That's a joke. Wolfley, you want to go? Seriously, you don't ever say that to me. Bull blank. You can fill in the blank. Franz, why would you tell a man to shut up? Wolfley, seriously, you got a problem. You got a problem? Franz, I do have a problem. When someone says shut up to me, that's a joke. It's unprofessional and it's immature. You can disagree with me all you want, but to tell another man to shut up is idiotic. Wolfley, speaking of idiots, Franz, if you'll feel better by punching me, go ahead. And I swear, there was a 20-second awkward silence after Franz said, if you'll feel better by punching me, go ahead. Maybe they actually did punch each other on the air. But then they just went to commercial. The show pretty much went all over the place. I guess somebody just got the thing to commercial. I don't know how. So they got it to commercial. And then after the show, the Arizona Sports Radio Vice President Scott Sutherland said that everything is okay. In fact, we called him into my office immediately.